Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and this is going to be my weekly comic pickup from August 31st, 2022. It was a good week. I happened to get everything that I wanted. There was a couple that I scratched off my list, but we'll get there. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to go with my indies first, and then Marvel, and then DC. Alright, so first up was a book that I think I had on my list like a month ago, and I don't know what's going on with Black Caravan and Scout Comics, but it seems to be a lot of their books are delayed or pushed back, or I don't know, but this, I want to say it was on at least a month or 3 weeks ago, but this was from Black Caravan, Scout Comics. This is Phantasmagoria issue number 1. Supposedly it's horror, but it's a black and white issue. I can kind of, yeah, it is. I can flip through and show you some of the art. The art looks amazing though. I don't care black or white or color. Sometimes black and white is a lot better than color. You know, with color you tend to focus on certain things. I don't know. But it was a book I was looking forward to. If you happen to know old computer games, Phantasmagoria was a early, like I want to say like 1995, 1994 CD-ROM game. It was one of the first like games that actually used like live action like people in the game. It was pretty badass. If you've never heard of it, go check that out. Phantasmagoria, the CD-ROM game. It was an excellent game. And next up, probably one of the big ones I was excited for. I was worried that it wasn't going to be in my box because I hadn't added it to my list. I forgot to add both of these, but this is House of Slaughter, issue number 8. I've liked House of Slaughter all the way through, the first arc and the second arc. I'm trying to get it to focus. I do like the girl that's in the background. Let's see. They only had 2 covers. I went with that one. I like that one a little better than the other one, but both covers were kind of bland to me. This one I actually had quite a few covers to pick from, but this is from Dynamite Comics, Vampirella, year 1, issue number 2. I went with the Pirello cover, and I actually had like the Derek Chu, and I think the cover A, I forget who the artist is. I can peek inside and cheat, but I just dug the Pirello cover. The old school with the new look. I thought it was dope. And I've been digging Vampirella this last year. She's honestly, her main series, all her little spin-offs, and this book have been really good, surprisingly. Blew my mind. Okay, next up, I did get like I don't know what this is called because it wasn't on my list, and normally, if you know me, I don't do ratios, incentives, stuff like that. But the last 2 weeks at this shop, I've actually had like decent chances of getting cheaper incentives. So I went with this one. I'm a huge Sega Genesis fan. I've actually been playing Sega Genesis lately. I've been playing Phantasy Star 2. But this is an homage to the Sega Genesis classic Golden Axe. I can't remember if it's Golden Axe 1, 2, or 3, but it's set up in the same style, you know, with the, I think Frazzetti, the Opus and Frazzetti as the Sega Genesis, you know, logo right there, and then down here it even says 32-page comic instead of the 16-bit, so I thought that was really cool, and I didn't pay a whole lot for it. I mean, the regular comic was $4.99. I paid $6 for it, so it was like, I don't know, you know, $2 more. Really like $1.50 with some change. Now there was one book from Marvel that I cut, and it was Gambit, issue number 2. I read the first issue, and first off, I didn't like the whole catfish thing. I thought we were going to get a Gambit book. I didn't know it was going to be Gambit and Storm, young Storm on top of that, with no explanation on why she was young. At least I had no idea why she was young. I just didn't really dig the comic. It was alright. It was, but not enough to pay to keep reading the book. So I kind of scrubbed it. So I was able to find a book that I was missing that I think came out a couple weeks ago, but the variant that I wanted. But I ended up getting Daredevil issue number 2, the Predator variant versus, you know, I really enjoyed the first issue of Daredevil, and I was really excited to keep reading Daredevil, and somehow I missed it. It was supposed to be at that other shop in my box, and it just wasn't there. And this guy came through. He found it for me and found me a badass Predator cover. I'm dope with that. Next up is a big book this week. There's a ton of artists and writers. A big artist, like a writer for me, is Neil Gaiman that's in this book. I couldn't believe he was writing a Spider-Man story. But this is Amazing Fantasy 1000. I'll turn it over and show you what I'm talking about, but right here is all the artists and writers that are contributed to this issue. I haven't even flipped through it. It was quite a bit a pricey book at $8, but it's a fantastic cover. It's an amazing milestone. If anybody knows the reason why we're at 1,000, because I could have swore we were a lot lower than 1,000. So if you know the answer, let me know down below. Next up was another Marvel book that I wasn't really on board with 100%. It's one of those that I'm hoping it gets better as it goes, because the first issue I was kind of like, yeah, okay. But I am digging the art, the covers and stuff like that, so I went ahead and grabbed it. But that is Ant-Man issue 2. I went with this, I had like I think 3 different options on the cover. I went with this one to match the other one that I got. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a try and see what this futuristic Ant-Man, because that's who's on the cover, is supposed to be a, brand new, far into the future Ant-Man. Alright, so we got DC coming next. A big one for me, but a Yara fan. This is Wonder Girl Annual 2022. I am a little bit behind on what Yara's been doing. I missed the whole, like, a Wonder Woman event that just went on. I'm still trying to backtrack and find them. Next up is one that I just had, the cover alone, I mean, it's a Conan homage, or I want to say it's like a Conan homage and a Beastmaster homage. It's kind of a mix of both. Especially with this and that at the top, I would say is Beastmaster, but the way he's posed, I would say is Conan. But Superman War World Apocalypse issue number 1, it's the epic conclusion to the War World saga that started in Future State. It was the part of Future State that I missed out on, and I should have grabbed it back then. It wouldn't matter because I don't have my comics now, so. But I went ahead and picked it up. I have enjoyed everything I've heard about Superman War World, and he's about to come back, so why not pick it up. Next up, my girl Harley Quinn Annual 2022. I couldn't pass this one up, and I did like the cover. I only had 2 options, and I kind of dug this one a little more. Enough said about Harley Quinn. A big one that I wasn't sure I was going to get, that I really wanted, but this is the facsimile of Sandman, issue number 1, and it does say Master of Dreams. I'm hoping this is the very first Sandman story that we got in the world, and it's a reprint. I have never been able to read Sandman. I've always wanted to. I know a little bit about his universe, reading some of Lucifer and Constantine, Hellblazer, stuff like that, but I've never had a chance to read Sandman. I didn't even know where to start. That's kind of why I never really got into it. But watching the show, I mean, that show was top TV for me, and I mean, it just made me want to get more into the Sandman universe. I loved it the whole way through, even the bonus episodes that they gave us. Next up was a book that I really wanted, that I mean, it just sold out instantly. I don't know where the hell it went, because as far as I knew, not a lot of people knew about it. But maybe cover alone is why it sold out. I'm not sure. But this new comic shop was able to hook me up. He threw it in my box, and I was like, hell yeah! So I got Batman One Bad Day, The Riddler. A lot of people have hyped up on this issue. It's going to be like an 8 single issue series, I think. So I was really happy to get this. I think it came out like 2 weeks ago, and I missed out on it. But that is my fat stack of comics. It's a huge book. I end up, since I end up not getting Gambit, and the other one that I was going to get was actually some DC books, but they were just too pricey for what they were. It was a DC Saved by Belle Reve. It was at $10. The other one was Harley Quinn and the Real Sidekicks. I've liked that the whole way through, and I love the anime. It was also $10, so with those 2 scratched off my list, and I scratched off Gambit number 2, I was able to pick up those like 3 extra books, which is Batman One Day, The Sandman, and I think the last one was Death Dealer, because I didn't have Death Dealer on my list. It was previously, just not for this week. But hey guys, that is my list. That's everything I picked up. I will definitely review Sandman as soon as I read it. There's going to be a couple of these I will review, Batman One Bad Day, but I'll check out a couple of these and see what I do. I know Sheena has been begging me to get back into the Batman reviews. It's kind of a weird place to start with Batman right now, so that's why I haven't, but you will get it soon. But hey, everybody that that shows up, watches my stuff, listens to me, sees the comics that I pick up, thank y'all very much. It's very much appreciated. I can't speak enough. You know, it fuels what I do. I mean, this is a big part of my life. It's one of the best parts of my life. So I mean, I'm doing this for you, and I'm doing it for me. You know, it's a big part of it. I'm doing it for me too. You know, but y'all have a great new comic book day. Let me know down below what y'all got. You know, what was your hyped book of the week? I know it was a very small week for a lot of people. Even though it looks like a big stack of book, it was still a small week for me. There was just more pricey books in this section in this week. But hey, that's everything I got. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please comment. I love the comments. I eat that shit up. And I will see y'all guys later. Bye!